welcome to Elmhurst, our kind of town. I'm John Schaefer, and tonight we come to you from the campus of Elmhurst College at the Physical Education Center for the final of the Press Publications Blue Jay Classic, where the host team, Elmhurst College, takes on Wartburg in the tourney final. With me on the telecast is John Quigley. He's the Associate Director of Communications here at the college. John, what kind of game should we look for tonight?
John, we should have a real interesting ball game tonight because I think we're going to see two contrasting styles. Wartburg is a fairly patient team. They run a lot of motion on their offense. They'll use up the whole shot clock in order to get a shot away. On the other hand, Elmhurst will go as soon as they can get a rebound and they can get their running game going.
Well, at this time, take time out for the national anthem.
History comes alive at the Elmhurst Historical Museum. Visit our galleries to see exciting exhibits from national tours. We have fine collections of historic photographs, newspapers, books, personal and public records about Elmhurst. Did you know that Elmhurst once was called the Suburb Beautiful? Come discover other interesting facts at our classes, workshops, walking tours, and special events. The Elmhurst Historical Museum.
And we're back at the Physical Education Center on the campus of Elmhurst College. John Schaefer along with John Quigley. We're about ready to start the tournament final of the Press Publications Blue Jay Basketball Classic. Hosts Elmhurst with a convincing win in last night's game over St. Mary's College 90-46. Wartburg College defeating Marion College 71-53. And John, it looks like Elmhurst with a 90-point total. Looks like they can run and gun if they want to do it.
Well, the difference between last year's Blue Jay team and this one is we can hit the three-pointer. We got 5 guys who can do it. They don't all start, but we've got 5 guys. Last night, for example, we were 9 for 23 from three-point range, while St. Mary's was only 1 for 13. That's a 27-3 scoring difference. That explains how we blew the game open. Jumped out to an 11-0 lead, and then we canned a few three-pointers. Ball game was over at halftime.
Wartburg coming off a 23-5 year last year and losing 2 All-Americans. They're 5-3 so far on the year. Elmhurst at 6-2. So it's going to be interesting how Wartburg replaces their players. And John, we were talking earlier that we have one player to look out for, and Lance out for Wartburg.
Right, he had a real quiet game last night. They didn't really need him. He was 1 of 4 in double figures, but he didn't shoot that well. However, Wartburg's motion offense opened up a lot of things for other players, and they took advantage of it. They had balanced scoring, so they didn't need him to score big as he has for them most of the season. They're a solid team. They know how to win based on last year. They have that experience. It's just a matter of gelling this year's team around Huff. Right now, they're playing 9 guys pretty consistently.
They're the starting lineups for tonight's game. Brad Farrell, Brad Horseman, Lance Hoff just being introduced. Jeff Isaacson and Tom Pickett rounding out the 5 for the Wartburg College Knights, located in Waverly, Iowa. Now for the host, Blue Jays of Elmhurst College. Vince Thorne, a 6-foot senior out of Driscoll High School in Addison. Cleveland Anderson, a 5'9" sophomore out of Harvey. Charles Woods, a 6'4" senior out of Chicago Robeson High School. Scott Adrian, downstate from Cooksville. And rounding out the 5 is Chauncey Bell, another Chicago product out of Dunbar High School for Jim Whitesell's Blue Jays.
Blue Jays just came back from a trip to the Bahamas. Not too bad, huh?
Oh, really?
And they managed to beat 3 club teams out there. Those wins don't go against their record. The NCAA allows for those to be considered exhibition matches. So actually, this Blue Jay club's 9-2 on the year. They lost to Eastern Illinois early in the year, and then, not surprisingly, the game after finals and a day before the Bahama trips, they were upset by the University of Chicago. But other than that, we played good ball up and down the court.
Well, there's a tip controlled by the Blue Jays and Doran.
Vince is the Blue Jays' all-time career assist leader. He broke that record earlier this year.
Wartburg back in the 2-3. Here's a shot by Anderson. Tip in. Chauncey Bell with a nice tip in.
That bodes well for the Blue Jays. If Bell gets off to a strong start in the middle, we'll be even tougher with our outside shooting.
Man-to-man defense for Elmhurst. Wartburg works it around. Good shot by Huff, fade away from 10. Nice shot by Lance Huff.
He shot 5 for 8 last night, so he can put the ball in the hoop pretty well.
The drive and a foul. Scott Adrian on the drive.
Wartburg's pretty big inside, so it won't hurt the Blue Jays to go inside early and see if they can pick up a couple fouls.
First foul of the night on Jeff Isaacson. Adrian's first free throw of the night right through. Adrian hits both. Here's a full court trap. Out looking for help. Trapping the guards there in the backcourt. Out's got to get it over. They just get it over. They lose the ball.
I almost lost my finger on that one.
Almost lost. Almost got clipped.
I did that to save a Coke.
Inbound in front of us. Wartburg. Brian Farrell. Horseman at the top of the key being haunted by Anderson. Isaacson across to Pickett. Pickett up down in the corner to Hout. Looking for the cutter. Anderson strips it away. Wartburg gets it back. There's Pickett alone at the three-point line. Lets it rip. Oh, short. Rebound. Back to Wartburg. Underneath, there's a charge. Yep. Drop the shoulders on it. Tom Pickett picks up the foul. Nice positioning on the part of the Blue Jays.
Scott Adrian had no chance to try and block a shot, so he just hung tough on the position and took the charge.
4-2 is our score. Just started the championship game of the Press Publications Classic. Elmhurst and Wartburg College. Chauncey Bell out to Cleveland Anderson. Just shot is short. Rebounded by Wartburg.
Get the ball! Get the ball!
Pickett up top. They swing it around to Hope. Farrell. Bill, the Horseman. And they're just going to sit. There's the back door. That's what we were worried about, and Elmhurst picked it off.
That backdoor play, Wartburg used to perfection last night.
Underneath to Charles Woods for 2. Out on the drive on Adrian. Stops down at the baseline. He walked. Going to call it the charge.
They could have called a charge. They could have called a block. They could have called a travel.
I think they called the walk on. Horseman ran out of room on the baseline.
Their guards penetrated down low yesterday, but I don't think they're going to have quite as much luck against the Blue Jays.
Dorn looking for a cutter. Has Chauncey Bell. A little short. Rebound by Pickett. Outlets to Farrell. So Horseman. Farrell, nice passing going on. Farrell. Pull-up jumper right there. Ryan Farrell, nice-looking 10-foot jump shot.
You can see how Pickett, 53 in the middle for Wartburg, can really run that offense when he passes the way he does.
Down low to Woods, straight up. Has it blocked. Rebound by Chauncey Bell, no good. Woods with the rebound has it stripped away, but there's a foul.
Stay on the board. Good job. 1.
Looks like the foul might be on Lance Hout. 35, Lance Hout, his first foul of the night. Make that 25. Woods with a turnaround, no good. 25, Brad Horseman on the last foul for Wartburg. It's the third team. Elmhurst yet to draw a foul. There's Tom Pickett on the top of the circle. On the drive, kicks it back out to Hout. Hout for 15, rimming in.
That's a three-pointer, too.
Three-pointer. I thought his foot was on the line. 7-6. 16-10 left in the first half. 7-6 Wartburg over Elmhurst College. It's Cleveland Anderson down to Dorn. Dorn tries to pump. He's in the land of the Giants. Gets rejected. Could be a jump ball. Dorn went down hard. Watch his back. He landed on the pavement hard.
He got caught underneath the basket.
He got stuck in the land of the Giants, so guard shouldn't be under there.
Pickett just waited for Dorn to commit. When he finally did, Pickett snuffed the ball. Best the Blue Jays could do was a tie-up, and the possession gives the ball to Wartburg.
Vince favoring his ankle. The full court pressure applied. 22, Tom Skozak into the lineup for Doran.
He's a solid outside shooter, but he's not quite the defender that Doran is.
Jeff Isaacson in the corner to Horseman. Cleveland Anderson tries to save the ball. It goes out of bounds. It will be Wartburg's ball.
The Knights are getting considerable more pressure on the ball than they got last night against St. Mary's. So I think they'll turn the ball over a little more.
Horseman out at the timeline, setting the play. Down to Hutt, fadeaway, turnaround, jumper, short, kicked out. Who wants it? Adrian for Elmhurst. To Anderson. Anderson will run the show now. Adrian underneath, looking for Woods. Down the corner, Adrian on the drive. Has it blocked. Rebound underneath, a fight for it. With Bell, should be a jump ball. Adrian throws it in there, draws a foul. Could have been a traveling call on Chauncey down on the floor.
First personal foul charge to Lance Hout. Fourth team foul against Wartburg.
Number 35, Lance Hout with his first foul.
Doug Hall is checked in for Wartburg. Scott Adrian at the free
Scott
throw.
Adrian on the line for Elmhurst. Sank his first two. Short on the first one. It's 1-2, 7 up to score. Double team in the backcourt. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Down to Pickett. Pickett tries to jam, has it rejected. Looked like a clean block by Bell. Slaps the ref, lets him know about it. was a good gesture on the part of Chauncey. He didn't slap the ref because he was mad, but it looked fairly clean from here.
It looked pretty clean, especially considering some of the contact we've seen underneath. And you always take a chance when you put your hands on the referee.
Yeah. That's a pretty hard slap. Tom Pickett. It's the first one.
Fans giving Pickett a little razz, asking him how the ball tasted, but
yeah.
Tom gets the last laugh. He nails the first free throw.
Second one off the iron. It's tipped out. That'll be Elmhurst ball. 8-7 is the score. Wartburg with the lead.
We'll see if the Blue Jays can adjust their offense to the loss of Doran. He's normally their point guard with Anderson as the shooting guard.
Skozek in the corner up to Bell. Pass around to Adrian from three-pointer. Yeah, they give him two. Here's the full court pressure. Adrian leading all scorers.
The thing about Elmhurst pressure here, John, is that they don't necessarily want to get a turnover. But if they can make Wartburg spend 10 seconds bringing the ball up court and another 10 before they even get their offense running, it all works to their advantage.
Out with a fadeaway. Tipped around, no good. Rebounded. There's a three-pointer on the way, short. And we got Woods over to back. Farrell tried one for three-point range and underneath out tried to rebound, and Woods went over his back. 9-8 to score. 14:03 left in the first half. Elmhurst with the lead. Wartburg under the basket. Tim Bonnet watch the 5 count. Gets it into Pickett, and Horseman will set, or Farrell will set things up. Down to Isaacson. Up to Pickett. Howard on the drive with a shot. Off, no, tipped out to Anderson of Elmhurst, and off we go. Cleveland in the lane. Dishes off to Skozek.
Take your time. Run it to David.
Adrian down in the corner. Throws the ball away. Got a little bit careless on the passing. Looking for a cutter. Or coming into the game, number 34 or 32, David Denley. Elmhurst applying mild pressure in the backcourt.
We'll see if Haupt continues to shoot for Wartburg. He's not hitting much of anything, but he continues to fire away from any place.
Pickett having trouble containing the ball. And they lose it. Cleveland Anderson throws it away to Lance Hout. Takes the shot over Adrian. Lance Hout will kill you if he's open.
You hate to see good hustle like that not be rewarded. The Blue Jays pressured. They got the turnover near midcourt, but Cleveland had to toss it back into his own zone.
Adrian down to Bell. Has it deflected by Pickett.
Go! Run two, Tommy! Find a gap.
10-9 Wartburg with the lead. Skozek 10 bound. Up top to Cleveland Anderson.
One more low. Three.
He'll swing it around. Anderson on the drive. Stops, feeds it off to Bell, and he's fouled by Denley. David Denley with his first foul. Number 33 for Wartburg. David Denley just checked into the lineup. 32 rather.
First personal foul charge to David Denley. 15 foul against the Knights. Next door, back into the game for Elmhurst, replacing Tom Skozek. That is Chauncey Bell. That's the free throw line.
Bell on the line for 2 shots. Off the iron. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up hard. No good.
That's not a shot you want to take. We were lucky to get the long rebound. He should have kicked it back out and set the offense up.
Full court pressure.
And you can hear Coach Weitzel saying the same thing to Chauncey.
Wartburg breaks the press. Denley on the drive. Stops. Passes back out to Pickett. And to Farrell. Farrell into Hout. Hout with a pass to Denley. Has it stripped by Cleveland Anderson. He loses the ball down to Farrell. Farrell to Denley. He's on the end line. Coming into the Elmhurst lineup, Darrell Lacey or Scott Adrian.
Back in. Darrell Lacey checks in for the Blue Jays. Also in for the Knights is Rob Kane.
Kane is a big freshman. He's 6'7", 235. He puts a load into the middle.
There's going to be a big one to move out. Cleveland Anderson. Yeah, just inside the three-point line.
They only gave him 2 on that one. It looked like he was outside the three-point line.
I think his feet were on the line. Double teamed, and Denley gets the ball for Wartburg, passes it back up top to Horseman, and he'll set things up. A little bit of height now for Wartburg with Kane and Denley in there, and Hout. Kane with the Kane, he's walked. They're gonna call a foul on Chuck.
We got a break there.
I don't know how he wanted to call there. It looked like a walk. I was gonna call a foul.
Bell got away with a little body movement there.
Dorn back in the lineup for Elmhurst. Dorn on the drive, deflects it. Chauncey Bell picks it up, out top to Cleveland Anderson. Play a little bit sloppy right now. 19 on the shot clock. Dorn tries to turn his man, no luck there, and we have a foul underneath. Foul on Charles Woods, 21 for Elmhurst. It's going to be a second. Coming in for Elmhurst, number 44 is Michael Keys.
Michael Keys into the game.
Woods is the Blue Jays' leading scorer in rebounding. He's averaging almost 16 points a game and 9 rebounds a game. He's a little frustrated right now.
Lance Hout bringing the ball up for Wartburg. All everything man when you can trust him bringing the ball up the court at his size. There's a turnaround jumper right there. 21, Doug Hall. 12-12's our score. 10-20 for the first half.
Low-scoring game is to Wartburg's advantage here. They like to use the clock. The Blue Jays would prefer to run the court.
Anderson to Dorn. Keys passed out to Anderson from three-point land. No rimming, and there's the ball out of bounds to Wartburg. Checking back in for Wartburg is Jeff Isaacson for Lance Hout. Wartburg breaking the full court press. Horseman to Hall. Hall to Denley, up top to Kane. Kane looking for a cutter. Be patient to work it. Working out of a double team, David Denley puts one in. Nice piece of work for Wartburg for 2 points.
Lacey backed off on defense, and Denley went right to the hoop with it.
Had him double teamed, and they let him through.
Watch the gap, Vince.
Lacey down below to Bell. Puts up the shot hard. Keys tips it. Goes up with it. Short.
There's a lot of contact down there. No call.
Letting them play. Horseman being hounded by Anderson. Down to Isaacson. And Kane with a bounce pass. And 2 points for Denland. 16-12, Wartburg extends their lead. Jim Weitzel wants a timeout. 8:38 left in the first half. We'll be back following this message.
In Elmhurst, we believe parks are for people. The Elmhurst Park District offers over 250 recreational and leisure activities for people of all ages. Whether you're a preschooler or a senior, you can participate in a variety of exciting programs. All it takes is one phone call. To register for a class or for a free brochure, call the Elmhurst Park District, 530-0960.
Back in action, 8:38 left in the first half, 16-12. Wartburg with the lead over Elmhurst in the tourney final of the Press Publications final.
And in a game of contrasting styles, Wartburg is dominating with their ball control offense.
Anderson with a nice feed down to Michael Keys for 2. Wartburg. Brad Horseman down to Rob Kane, being hounded by Keys. Cleveland trying to strip the ball from Horseman. Down below to Kane. Kane passes it in the lane to Isaacson for 2. Nice arching shot by Jeff. 5-footer in the lane. Keeps the 4-point lead for the visiting Knights. Lacey in the lane for Keys. Keys a running hook. Nice running hook for 2.
That's his favorite shot, that little hook shot, a la Dave Collins.
There's Wartburg on the drive. And it won't bite. And the rebound to Keys. Outlets to Doran. Now it might favor Elmhurst with this running style a bit. Daryl Lacey loses the ball, but there'll be a foul on the play on 25, Brad Horseman.
Work it out. Side or underneath.
Brad Horseman with a second foul.
16th foul against the Knights.
Next foul, the Blue Jays will be shooting the bonus.
Anderson up top. Doran will set things up.
Shell, that's all right. Shell.
Lacey to Cleveland to Anderson. Down the corner, dangerous pass to Vince. Vince on the drive, pass it to Michael Keys. Underneath, no good. Loses it to Kane, and here's the outlet to the Knights. He's going to slow it up 1-on-4. Down to Kane. Kane with a walk.
Oh, boy.
Oh, give a master charge and a suitcase on that.
It's a Bing Crosby, Bob Hope road picture there.
Yeah, where's Dorothy Lamore? 20-16. Cleveland Anderson deep in the corner, short. Keys over the back. Keys with a needless foul.
That's the frustrating part for a coach. Last time down the court, Keys got buried. There was no call. This time down, there's a little touch on the back, and Keys gets whistled right away.
Substitutions for Elmhurst. 14.
Scott Adzia into the lineup. That's 14.
42, Dave Yates. And 11 for Wartburg into the lineup is Jason Quillen. Dorn on the drive. Passes nobody there underneath but orange shirts. Now comes Quillen. Quillen on the drive. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound to Isaacson, and he's fouled by Keys. Keys could be in a little bit of foul trouble here before you know it. Well, they'll give it to Adrian.
His first, team's fifth. Tom Pickett back in for Kane.
Jeff Isaacson on the line.
Last time down the court, Dorn made a great move to the middle, and he passed to the wing like he's supposed to. Problem was, nobody cut to the wing.
Matt Leary coming in for Jeff Isaacson as soon as if he hits this one, which he does. He'll grab a breather. Playing well for Wartburg. 21-16. The Knights with the lead.
Back door, straight, Rick. Here we go, reverse.
Fill it, Scott. Move.
Yates up top to Dorn. It's a wide open shot, a little bit hard.
That's it.
Elmhurst retains the ball. Adzia pass it to Yates. Yates looking for the open man, finds Keys in the lane, tries to get his man up in the air, and growls the foul. Foul's on Tom Pickett. 53 is second. They need to hit the free throws.
Michael Keys, that's the free throw line.
Lance Hawk coming in to David Denley. Wartburg doing a nice job, John, of containing Elmhurst's speed game, getting back and clogging the lanes.
And of course, when you run 40 seconds off the clock and then score, it kind of negates that running game.
Pickett underneath, passes it out to Farrell, no good. Tip try by Hout, no good. Comes out to Keys. Keys slows it up. 5 minutes left in the first half. 21-16 is the score. Wartburg with the lead. Yates on the drive.
Blue Jays can't get a bucket to drop.
David Yates with a nice-looking drive. 55 of the foul, says the ref. It's Rob Kane. 4:56 left in the first half. 21-16. Wartburg with the lead. Dave Yates trying to cut into that deficit at the moment.
They gave that foul to Leary.
Misses the second one, tipped out. Will go to Wartburg. Fouls on Matt Leary, not on Rob Kane.
Back into the game for replacing Doran.
Out down below to Pickett has his pass blocked. Keys deflects it. Here's Adzia for Elmhurst.
Adzia is only a freshman, but has he shown potential? Give him 4 years and he's going to be one heck of a ball player.
Cleveland wanting to cut the lane. Keys down below has the pass blocked. Batted around and controlled by Wartburg. With Quillen at the controls. Down to Hout. Don't leave him open, he'll burn you. Back up top to Quillen. You can see how Wartburg spreads the court. Leary down in the corner, up on the corner to Quillen. Hout down below to Leary. Leary spin move on Mike Keys. It came across, Adrian comes across, deflects the ball out of bounds. It'll be out of bounds to Wartburg underneath the Elmhurst basket. Doug Hall back in the lineup. Out down below to Leary. 10 on the shot clock. Puts a shot off. Count it. Fouls on 14 for Elmhurst, and that's Scott Adzia. Charles Woods checking back into the game.
Oh, that doesn't tell you how the game's going. They get the chance for the three-point play. We miss the basket and don't even hit the free throws.
That wasn't that Larry at the free throw line.
Larry, it's a three-point play. 24-17 is our score. Pass down below to Charles Woods. Took his eyes off it, right out of bounds.
Fortunate thing for the Blue Jays is, as poorly as they're playing, they're far from out of this ball game.
No. There's a strip. Nice tip to Cleveland. Puts up the shot. Fights. No. What's the foul on 5? Matt Leary.
You'll have to excuse me for a second, John. I got to get a can opener and open the lid on that basket.
Yeah, it's here. You got the Tupperware lid on there real tight. It just won't drop.
That sound we made prior to the game must have been that firm.
Maybe the bucket on the other and the second half will be kinder. Cleveland Anderson on the line. First free throw good. That last foul to Brad Horseman, number 25 for Wartburg, his third. Cleveland hits both. It's a 5-point deficit. Full court press. Out. And here comes Farrell. With some open men in the corner. Here's Horseman at the three-point line. To Howard at the free throw line. No. And the rebound to Azia. And off we go. Oh, he got away with a walk and they didn't call it. Charles Woods with the rebound. He's going to get it himself. No, rebound to Kane, and out comes the Wartburg. And they'll slow it up. Adrian had a line drive shot, was no good. Wartburg on the drive. Farrell's going to slow things up for Wartburg. Horseman tied up in the corner, back up to Farrell. 2:30 for the half, 24-19, Wartburg. 17 on the shot clock. As it deflected away, it'll be Wartburg ball.
And again, the Knights have worked it down to 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep. Replaced two big guys with two big guys. So they got height and size to wear down Elmhurst. Underneath on the side to Houghton, he drains it. Somebody lost their man on the pick. Lance Hought puts the lead up to 26-19. Adrian to Yates. To Adzia. Cleveland Anderson's tied up at the free throw line. Adrian to Yates. Cleveland lets one go from 3-point short. And the rebound to Farrell of Wartburg. Farrell's on his own against Cleveland Anderson. Gets it across half-court line to Kane. Up top to Isaacson. In the lane. Has a shot blocked. And off comes Elmhurst. Adzia. In the lane to Yates. Nice drive.
Well, what goes around comes around. Yates worked hard on the defensive end. Got the block from the backside, and he's rewarded with a layup.
Puts the lead down to 5 with 1:20 for the half. Doug Hall had his last pass blocked. It turned into an Elmhurst bucket. They can hold him here. There's a foul that didn't get called. Woods with the rebound. Out comes Elmhurst. Here's Adzia on the drive. A lot of banging going on. Woods with a shot.
And there, we finally got one to drop.
Woods goes rolling out of bounds. The basket counts. Foul on 55. That's Rob Kane. That'll be his first. And the clock just went out.
Well, the Blue Jays have continued to play tough defense. They've pressed, they've worked hard, and even though the shots weren't falling on the offensive side, they didn't give up on the defensive side, and that's why they're still in this ball game.
Charles Woods Hits the three-point play. Chauncey Bell
move by Weitzel here. He puts in Bell, takes out Woods. You don't chance
you don't want the foul trouble, right?
Because you're going to need Charles in the second half.
26-24, 55 for the half. And clawing back bit by bit. Here's a nice drive by Wartburg. Rejected. Nice play by
Scott Adrian with a block. Wartburg runs that backdoor play beautifully. They ran it off 5 times last night for uncontested layups. This time, Scott Adrian's great defensive play.
Here's a nice give and go by Rob Kane. Just feed it into Rob Kane. 40 seconds for the half, 35 seconds for the half. Kane still in the lineup for Wartburg with 3 fouls. But with Wartburg's lineup, he can't be replaced with his height. Down below to Bell. He lost the ball. I think he had dunk written all over it and lost the ball.
And Bell had a thundering dunk last night in the Blue Jay victory.
20 seconds to go. This will be the last shot of the half, I believe. Wartburg will sit on it. They get it back. There's Farrell with a nice drive, no good. They're going to call a charge.
Charging foul.
They're going to call a charge on Farrell. Brian Farrell, number 15. It's his first. 1 second left. And Wartburg will get it back. It didn't hit anybody.
And Wartburg runs a real nice inbounds play. They've scored 3 easy buckets off the inbounds play, and if the Blue Jays give up a cheap one here, could prove costly.
Comes all the way underneath, so they'll get a crack at it underneath the Elmhurst bucket. Probably pass it up top or dump it underneath. And it's tied up by Chauncey Bell, so the end of the first half. It's end of the first half, our score, Wartburg 28, Elmhurst 24. And Elmhurst came back to make it interesting. It was starting to get away from them a little bit, John.
They were having trouble running their offense, and they're still not out of sync. They've continued to play the good defense, and that gives you time to work out the offensive problem. When they've run the ball, they've gotten some open shots and some easy baskets. That's what they're going to try and do more of in the second half.
Well, they'll talk it over at the half, and we'll be back to cover the second half following these messages.
This is an Elmhurst Public Library card. It's your ticket to entertainment, information, and education. Everyone knows we have books, thousands of them. Books for kids and books for adults. But did you know we also have books on cassette? You can listen to a Stephen King novel or learn a foreign language while you're driving to work. We have videos, feature films, and foreign films, places you'd like to visit, and things you'd like to learn to do, like improving your golf swing or increasing your sales. We have music on records, on cassettes, even on compact discs. We have sheet music, too. And we have the facts. Our librarians answered more than 50,000 of your questions last year. They used books, computerized information sources, newspapers, and magazines to get you the answers. We have programs, story hours for kids, lectures and concerts for adults, special services for seniors, the homebound and handicapped. We have it. And it's all yours with an Elmhurst Public Library card.
We're back here at the Physical Education Center on the campus of Elmhurst College. About ready to begin the second half action of the press publication final between Elmhurst College and Wartburg College. Wartburg with a lead, 28-24. Leading scorers for Elmhurst is Charles Woods and Scott Adrian, both with 5. Lance Hout with 9 for Wartburg. Rebounding leaders, Scott Farrell with 3 for Wartburg and Chauncey Bell 4 for Elmhurst. John Quigley, what does Elmhurst have to do to get back into this one?
Well, Elmhurst is either going to have to up that tempo and get their running game in gear, or they're going to have to learn how to run some kind of half-court offense. If it stays to a half-court game, the edge goes to Wartburg.
They've really boxed up the lane with their heights, with Lance Hout and Rob Kane and Denley and a host of others, and they've really created a lot of turnovers for the Blue Jays.
The key point here is for the Blue Jays to keep pushing the ball inside, try and get those big guys in foul trouble, and hopefully by midway through the second half, that'll change the complexion of this game.
Elmhurst inbound.
Well, I got a second. We would like to thank Press Publication Newspapers for helping us sponsor this tournament. And at the conclusion of the game, the sports editor for Press Publications, Craig Brusky, will do the award presentations for the team and individuals.
Bell swings it over to Vince Dorn, back to Cleveland Anderson. Bell takes the shot and hits it. They got to put the pressure on right now, 28-26.
All the time that the Knights have to spend getting the ball up court is less time than they can run their half-court offense.
Got away with an elbow, Scott Farrell. Farrell with a shot, no good. Bell with a rebound. Brian Farrell, rather. Cleveland with a shot right there. We got a tie game.
We're a different team when we can run the ball.
Wartburg's biggest lead was 7. Cleveland Anderson just put Elmhurst right back into it. Good defense on Cleveland. Loses the ball to Adrian. Adrian on the drive. Slows it up. Cleveland from 3. Way off. Tipped around. Who wants it? Farrell will control it for Wartburg.
That's the spot the Blue Jays should have settled for a little better shot. They finally got the score knotted and they had a chance to take the lead.
Wartburg will bring it out again. Work underneath. Woods knocks it away.
Oh, you got 2.
Wartburg inbounded underneath the Blue Jay bucket.
Here comes Scotty. Scotty. Good job. That's it.
Pickett with a turnaround. Nice shot by Pickett.
Once again, the Knights score off that easy inbounds play. That's just not good defense by the Blue Jays.
That's the third basket they've given up like that. 30-28, Wartburg with the lead.
It's a simple pick and roll, and you got to learn to call those things out.
Anderson down in the corner to Bell. Bell looking for a cutter. It's Adrian up top. Looking underneath, and you can tell here on the shot that Wartburg's all clogged the middle up. Down to Woods. Woods has a shot rejected. Here's the rebound and put back in by Scott Adrian. Pickett will work it. Down into Lance Hout. Swinging around to Farrell. Down underneath with a running hook. Oh, he's got that shot down.
Gotta like that move. No hesitation. Took the pass, rolled right into it.
Adrian trying to work it in. Out to Anderson. Wartburg really bringing all the men out. Down to Bell. Loses it again to Pickett. But Bell had a chance at an open bucket if he could have held on to the ball. It's the second one he's lost. Horseman to Pickett. Or Isaacson to Pickett. And Bell all over him. In the corner to Hout. The give and go. Out in the lane, and he's fouled.
Second personal foul charge to Scott Adrian.
Number 30, Scott Adrian for Elmhurst with a foul.
Checking in, replacing Chauncey Bell.
Lance Lance Hout on the line for Wartburg.
Lance Hout will be at the free throw line.
Lance Hout. Hout got popped in the nose. A little bit of a delay. It is rough under there.
Well, you know the old rule, no blood, no foul.
That's right.
He got the blood, so he gets the foul.
You got it out. You got it out.
He's the only starter back off their NCAA Division III quarterfinal team from last year.
And this is his first one.
So get on the board, Pat.
They were 23-5 last year. Lost in the quarterfinals of the Division III tournament. Out rims the second one in. Not the prettiest of free throws, but one goes in. Back to a 3-point lead for the Knights, 33-30, 16-30 for the game. John Schaefer, John Quigley here at the Visit Center, in Elmhurst College. Press publication final. Cleveland Anderson trying to work things around. Adrian with a three-pointer.
I'll tell you, Adrian's playing a quietly solid game, and Dorn with the good defense draws the charge here on Farah.
Right in front of us, Elmhurst takes over. David Yates in the lineup for Elmhurst. Passes over to Anderson, back down to Yates, and they'll swing it to Dorn. Yates is open, lets her go, short, rebound to Hout. Horseman. Pass it over to Isaacson. Into Hout. The pass out to Horseman, back into Hout. Loses it, and they call a foul on Adrian. Touchy foul.
Coach Jim Weitzel didn't like it. He saw a loose ball and a chance for the Blue Jays to shoot for the lead.
It was a hard pass, and he lost control, and they call Adrian, I guess, with a body. It was, you get Hout with a bloody nose, and you call Adrian with a body check. Two entirely different calls there. Wartburg with control. Horseman down to Isaacson, in and out and back in.
Well, the Knights aren't squishing any of their shots, but they're managing to stay down.
They're banging them in there. Yates back on top. Lacey into the lineup. Cleveland, yeah, and they called a three, and he was on the line, I thought, but don't give it to him.
And the Blue Jays take a lead.
1-point lead. Isaacson, the Horseman, he loses it out of bounds. He's walking the tightrope on the sideline.
I'll tell you, John, one thing about Cleveland Anderson is he'll continue to shoot. It doesn't matter if he misses badly.
Put it off. That's the only way you're going to break a streak, is you just got to keep firing it away.
For most of the season, he's been shooting 54% from three-point range, and ironically, he's been shooting better from three-point range than from two-point range.
Elmhurst bench trying to inspire the crowd here. Dorn with a drive. It's deflected. Rebounded by Hout. Out to Horseman, and away we go with Wartburg. To Hout from three-pointer. Rims no. Lacey rips it away. Out to Cleveland. Anderson brings it up for the night. For the Blue Jays. To Yates, up top to Cleveland. Cleveland takes the shot, fadeaway, short, bounces out to Denley. And this does not favor Wartburg to get him in a running game. They'll slow that down right now. David Denley to pick it. Down to Hout. And they lose it out of bounds.
Every little bit the Blue Jays can speed up that tempo.
Try to wear down the big men of Wartburg in the process.
Elmhurst still has to find a way to get the ball into Charles Woods. He had 5 points in the first half, but he only touched the ball about 3 times.
Lacey around Denley, swings it out. He thought he had an open man. It was a bad pass. Here comes Wartburg. He's swinging around. This is what they do well. Out. Give and go to Denley along the baseline. Stops, puts it up.
Looked like he stutter stepped.
Yeah, I saw steps there too. 21 for Elmhurst.
That's Charles Woods, and that's his third.
See, that's what I thought he got. He picked up his second. He was playing real tentative in the first half, and now he picked up his third early here in the second half at 13:41. The score 36-35. We'll be back after this short message.
Hey, this winter's good. As a weatherman, I rely on early warnings. For example, the drop in pressure that signals a storm is on the way. And that's why I like smoke detectors. They're an early warning for fire. They send smoke while there's still time for you and your family to escape. Now listen, nobody can forecast when the fire is going to strike, but you can be prepared. Get a smoke detector and do it today.
A fire safety message from your National Volunteer Fire Council and this station.
We're back at the Physical Education Center at Elmhurst College. 36-35 is our score. Elmhurst with the lead. They've cut the deficit from the first half, and it's a real nip and tuck affair so far. But Charles Woods has picked up his third foul for the Blue Jays, so we'll see how this affects the play and strategies of Elmhurst. We'll see if Chauncey Bell gets more playing time.
Well, there's one thing they don't have to worry about, and that's losing points that they haven't been getting out of the position.
Denley's first shot is right in.
Blue Jays are going with a little smaller squad, but they're going for some quickness and better ball handling.
37-36 as the lead changes hands. Darrell Lacey up top to Yates, and he's swinging around as Azius checked in. Yates, turnaround in the lane. Nice shot by David Yates. David Yates, a 6'4" senior out of Elgin St. Edward High School. Out in Elgin. Gives the lead back to the Blue Jays. Denley. The Horseman in the corner. So Hout.
You're good, Mike. You're good, Mike. Get off the ball, Mike.
They'll swinging around.
Come on, Mike. Come on, 35.
You can tell they bring everybody out, and they'll work it for that backdoor play.
Dead.
They got Denley trapped in the corner. Gets it up top to Horseman, and they'll reset it. 13 on the shot clock. They're really good at working the shot clock. Denley, top of the circle, lets one go, hits it.
Well, that's not the shot they wanted, but it looks good on the scoreboard.
39-38. Into Darrell Lacey, around Pickett, puts it up hard. Rebounded to Hout. Darrell had the shot, too.
We've missed about a half dozen layups.
Doug Hall trapped in the corner, up top to Horseman.
Good job. All right. Get it back here.
To Pickett. He'll swing it again. Down below, and the ball stripped by Doran. Give Wartburg credit, they're getting back on defense. Lacey with the open jumper, and he sticks it. First bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, John, you really got to like the way both these teams go to their bench, 4 or 5 players deep off the bench, and still play good ball.
Michael Keys with a little bit of overplay. It's his second foul.
Second personal foul charged to Michael Keys, 14th foul against the Blue Jays. Rob Kane back in for Wartburg along with
Quillen, and they bring in the big freshman Rob Kane. And Quillen will set things up. Elmhurst going man-to-man. Denley lost it off his foot. And Denley doesn't like it. He says it went off the Elmhurst player.
Fortunately, we don't have instant replay, so we don't have to wait a minute to see how that one stands up.
Then again, we could be here all night. No, that's worked in the past. Kirk Watson's checked into the Wartburg lineup. Darrell Lacey along to the three-pointer, off hard. Yates saves it, has it deflected. Yates wound up in the third row of the bleachers. 10:57 for the game, 40-39. Elmhurst with the lead. John Schaefer and John Quigley here at the Phys Ed Center. Tight match here. Yates and Lacey. Give and go down the Keys, and he blows it. Kane with the rebound.
Now, Keys was too busy looking for the foul instead of looking for the layup.
He tried to feed underneath the Rob Kane, and it went off an Elmhurst player. Charles Wood's going to check into the lineup. Going in for Michael Keys. We'll see how his play is.
Darrell, drop down. Here comes Darrell.
Got 3 fouls.
David. Chris, drop, jam it here. Chris, jam it in. Drop it. There you go, Chris.
Quillen to inbound to Watson. Down below to Kane. Throws it away. We're going to call the body, though, on Yates.
What's the call?
This should be interesting. 42 David Yates with the body. He's just standing there.
Well, the problem is they may be touching the guy in the back, but general rule is if it's a bad pass, you let the contact go. Kane had no chance of getting that pass.
That was more of a foul than the last one.
16th foul against the Blue Jays.
Adzia with his first foul, Denley to the line.
But that's a smart play by Chris because Denley had a sure layup off that inbounds play.
He had a height advantage, too.
Adzia is at least going to make him earn him at the free throw line.
Game knotted at 40. Adzia high. Lost control, but was smart enough to keep dribbling. 40-40 is our score. Dorn with the drive and ease. Picks up the foul. Doug Hall, 21 for Wartburg with his first foul of the night.
The situation here, John, is we've got the official who's the farthest away now has made about the last 3 calls, and the guys closest to the play haven't blown their whistle.
Yeah, three refs. Yeah, it's Dorn's first shot right through. First point of the night for Vince. Hits both of them. Nice looking free throw for him. And once again, the full court press. Quillen gets it across half court.
Get over. That's it, Chris. Good job. Stay in line, Darrell. Stay in line.
Now watch your 5 count.
Don't foul. Put a feet, Chris. Put a feet.
Hall dribbling, looking for someone to pass to. There's Denley underneath. Gets him up in the air. It's a smart play.
I think they're going to call that on the ground.
Before the shot. 23, Darrell Lacey before the shot with the body.
17th foul against the Blue Jays. At the free throw line.
Thing is, Wartburg just got Elmhurst in the bonus, so they'll be in the bonus. They'll be shooting for the rest of the night. It's where you can determine a lot of ball games. Denley hits the first.
This is Kirk Watson, 23. He gets both of them and knocks the game again. We're halfway through the second half.
Dorn passes over to Asia to Dorn. Lacey wants a shot. No good. Rebound. Yates sticks it in.
Yates is giving away inches underneath there, but positionally he's in great shape.
9 1/4 for the game, 44-42. Elmhurst with the lead. It's been nip and tuck since the start. Here's a takeaway by Doran. Doran around 2 players. Woods loses the rebound, and here comes Denley the other way for Wartburg. Saves it. Nice save by Doug Hall, and Wartburg slows it down. 9 minutes for the game. Pickett with a bounce pass, that'll go out of bounds. That's one problem with a big man giving a bounce pass to another man.
Well, they had no problem. They had no problem with those bounce passes last night, but they weren't getting the same kind of defensive pressure. And now they feel forced to throw that bounce pass a little quicker.
Elmhurst could get a little bit of breathing room with a bucket here.
Doran telling Adzi to shoot that.
Doran left open, way off. Underneath is Woods, and he blows the bunny. All alone underneath, and he blew it.
We could hit those layups, we'd be up 15 points.
Those hurt. Kane up to Quillen. To Watson. Down to Kane. Denley. No. Kane could add that rebound, but he left the lane to get back on defense. Still a 2-point lead for Elmhurst. Woods passes it around. Down to Yates down below. Works on Kane, gets hammered. Is it on Watson or Kane? 55, Rob Kane. That's his 4th. Official score has him for 2. I have him for 4.
Well, maybe we can convince the scorer to change it to your total.
Well, we got one scoreboard out on one side of the gym, so.
Coach White will make a calculated risk here. He put Yates on the floor, even though Yates was giving away a few inches to Kane, who you see there on the screen.
It's a big guy. It's a freshman. He's going to be a good one.
But Yates is a senior, and he's using all that experience to play good ball.
Nails the first one. Six points for David Yates. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Wartburg. 7:48 for the game. A 3-point lead for the Blue Jays. Horseman inbound. He does to Hout. Hout has 2 on 3.
Match up, match up.
Horseman had the shot, didn't take it. Farrell in the lineup. Over to Hout. And they'll spread it again. Nice save on the part of Farrell.
See that pressure on the ball, even 40 feet from the basket.
Back door. Good job, Chris.
And they had it going. They had picked him up. Isaacson tried to hit Farrell with the backdoor.
Working it.
And they'll reset it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Out in the corner with 6. Out to Pickett. We'll go to Hout. Let's go with 2 seconds, and he hits it. Mr. Clutch.
Can't ask for better defense than the Blue Jays played there.
That's how you use a shot clock. Down low to Yates. And a foul on Pickett. 53, Tom Pickett with a 3rd.
Yates is going strong, which is something that Woods and Bell didn't do earlier in the game.
Yates with 6 points on the evening, and those are blue-collar, hard-working points. 6:47 for the game, 45-44 Elmhurst. We'll be back after this message.
Thanks to these airbags here, this job is now a piece okay, Claire.
But Vince...
Yeah, I'll tell you something, partner. I just might stick around a few more years.
But Vince...
No more dashboard du jour or Vince under glass, huh?
But Vince...
Look out!
Even with airbags, Vince, you still got to remember to buckle your safety belt.
Now you tell me.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
We're back at the Phys Ed Center. John Quigley. I'm John Schaefer. Back for 6:47 left in the game. 45-44 Elmhurst. David Yates will be on the line. He was fouled. Try to give some breathing room for Elmhurst. We were talking during the break about the wear down on Wartburg for their guards. We'll see how that materializes as Wartburg's really had to pass a little bit more than they've wanted to.
Well, they got 30 points out of their guards last night, and they certainly don't have that same point production tonight. There's another turnover.
This could be the momentum changer right here. They stick this, it'll be up 5.
Blue Jays get a bucket here, and you're right, John. I think the Knights are going to start to feel the pressure.
You might see another timeout burn, too. Pickett with a beautiful deflection and steal. And Wartburg burning it down. Horseman.
Match up, match up! Boy, get it back.
They pull it back out. 6:20 for the game. Wartburg down 3, 47-44.
Got it, good job.
Horseman down below. To Hout.
Well, talk here, talk. Well, stay with it, stay with it. Good job.
Down to Hout. Hout loses it. It's deflected out of bounds by Charles Woods.
What great weak side hustle by Charles Woods. He saw Adrian overplaying the man to the front, and Woods flashed to the backside and nearly picked it off.
19 on the shot clock. Inbound it to Isaacson. Farrell in the lane, hurt a slap. No good. Isaacson with the rebound and a new, it should be a new shot clock, shouldn't it? As an air ball.
No, you got to hit the rim.
7 seconds. 5 on the shot. I don't know if they realize it. They're swinging it around. Farrell lets it go with 1 second. They hit it.
And it's a three-pointer, too, John.
Three-pointer by Brian Farrell. We've seen perfect execution on how to run a shot clock tonight.
Oh, they had no idea the shot clock was running out, John. Their coach was up screaming at them. They thought the shot clock reset on the missed shot. But it didn't hit the rim.
Well, he hit one with 2 seconds, and he hit one as it expired. Can't get it better than that. Got a Wartburg foul.
Got helped underneath on the foul, pushing off against Charles Woods. Basically, they're going to put their horse on our horse and see who goes down first.
Tie game and 5:15 left of the game. A good one for the final.
Wartburg sitting in a matchup 2-3 zone now.
3-point shot, no good by Adrian, out of bounds to Wartburg. Scott Adrian was alone. He let her rip hard off the iron.
Can't be displeased with that shot, John, as
no,
you said.
Yeah, it's open and take it. Wartburg really working for their shots.
That's it, David, good job.
Pickett.
Good job,
the Horseman.
Ball be tough here. Well, work it, come on, Scotty.
There's Hout in the lane, puts up the shot. Boy, what a beautiful fadeaway by Lance Hout. I don't know who can stop him. Dorn on the drive. He puts one up and in.
I'll tell you, Dorn wants this game badly for the Blue Jays. Haupt wants it just as badly for Wartburg.
Our 5th lead tie of the half. Farrell with a charge. What do they call it?
They've got AIDS here on a reach-in foul.
Brian Farrell. Oh, Adzia.
And here's something, John. Cleveland Anderson's finally coming back into the game for Adzia. Cleveland's had about 5 to 6 minutes of rest. Now he's going to be ready to run.
He starts firing up, yeah. Let's see what kind of sitting on the bench that long too takes a little bit out of your accuracy also. The way Cleveland's been putting them up, though, it'll probably take them 20 seconds to get back into the flow. Farrell nails both. 2-point lead, 3:55 for the game.
Cleveland's idea of warm-up is walking from the bench to the scorer's table.
Dorn with a fade, has it rejected. Gets it back in the corner. And Elmhurst calls a timeout. 3:42 for the game. It looks like a close one all the way. 51-49. Back after this message.
These are things that are good for you. Things that people do every day. They become habits. Because if they didn't, these things just wouldn't get done. Even something as good for you as saving. Fortunately, there's an easy way to save. Buy U.S. savings bonds through the payroll savings plan at work. Every payday, you save. And the sooner you start, the more you'll save. So make it a habit. Buy U.S. savings bonds.
With the final 3:42 of the championship final, Press Publications Blue Jay Classic. I'm John Schaefer, along with Associate Director of Communication John Quigley, and we're seeing a great game for the final. 51-49 with Wartburg with the lead. Elmhurst inbound the ball, and we're seeing quite an exhibition being put on by Lance Hout of Wartburg and Dave Yates of Elmhurst down the stretch here. Both guys really want this game bad. Elmhurst inbound right in front of us here at center court.
Well, we'll see here, John, if the Blue Jays can continue to apply the pressure that's netted them so many second-half turnovers.
Cleveland up top. He spins on him, puts up the shot, and foul underneath.
They called it before the shot.
Fouls on Brad Horseman, 25. That's his fourth. When the refs came over and advised the Elmhurst bench to calm down. The last thing you need is a technical at this juncture.
Now, Coach Weitzel wanted that one to be a shooting foul badly.
3:15 in a running clock for the game. 51-49. Elmhurst down by 2. Dorn in the lane, underneath to Charles Woods, has it blocked, and Pickett with a foul. 53 Tom Pickett. It's his fourth. So do you bring back Rob Kane? You leave him in the game.
Well, with 3 minutes to go, I think
leave the senior in. Leave your senior in. Charles Woods with some clutch free throws right here. Short on the first one. Needs to work on that extension. Leaves himself short. And bend some more. Charles got to get up there. Hard on both of them. Rebounded it out to Elmhurst to Cleveland Anderson, back to Dorn. Adrian with the rebound on that play. Cleveland with a shot. He hits it.
That's a big bucket.
Big bucket. So much for my theory about being rusty when you shoot.
One thing you got to like about Cleveland is he wants the ball in his hands at game time.
Almost an over and back as Dorn deflected the pass. 2:30 for the game. out, wanted the 3, but didn't take it. Farrell up top to Paul. Down to Isaacson, passes it out to Farrell. Farrell passes it to wide open Hout. He hits it.
Boy, again, it's not a clean shot, but it manages to stay down in the hole.
Lance Hout keeping Wartburg right in it. 2 minutes for the game. This one's going down to the wire. Cleveland on the drive, has it rejected by Pickett. And Farrell, being double teamed, gets it across the timeline of Isaacson, and they'll sit on this one. 1:45, and they'll milk that shot clock down. They'll pull everybody out. Watch the 5 count. Down in the corner to Hout.
You're all right. Stay here. Stay top right now.
Farrell on the far side being watched by Anderson. Over to Isaacson. Woods fouls him. Interesting foul. 21 Charles Woods with his 4th.
Charles Woods, 19th foul against the Blue Jays.
Once again, you've just got to leave the senior in.
Charles with his 4th.
Get in the board. 1-on-1. 1-on-1, guys. 1-on-1.
And they get the rebound. Maybe did the smart thing by fouling him. 1:20 for the game. 53-51 Wartburg. Yates on the drive. Passes it to Cleveland. He'll bring it out. Out to Adrian. He hits it. Scott Adrian with a 3-pointer. 1 minute to go.
What an all-around game for Adrian. He's played the defense, he's blocked shots, he's taken charges, and now he's hitting the big buckets.
Pick it into Hout. Mr. Clutch answers the bell. 55, 54, 40, 43 seconds. Dorn to Yates. 36. Underneath the Woods. It's a jump ball. It's the right call. And it goes to Wartburg on the alternate possession rule. Timeout. We'll keep it right here. 32 seconds and a timeout. 55-54 Wartburg.
Oh, Adrian drove to the hoop. He got lucky to get the pass to Woods because he got jammed up by 2 Wartburg players. But then Charles got tied up underneath. And that is a big play with the possession arrow going in the Knights' favor.
Goes to Wartburg.
My guess is that the Blue Jays will foul in the first 5 seconds after an inbound.
They'll probably foul Isaacson as he was way short on the foul by Charles Woods.
What a heck of a ball game, though.
It's a great game. It's the kind you want for your tourney final.
Nice ebb and flow of different styles, back and forth. Big plays by both teams, players stepping up. Haupt had just an atrocious shooting night last night, and he's just come back and played like the veteran he is for the Wartburg Ball Club.
18 points for Hout.
Again, we ask that you stay in your seats immediately following tonight's game. Team coaches will be awarded.
10 points for Dave Yates. 13 for Scott Adrian, and that big one that put him over the hump until Wartburg. Here's the inbound. Here's Hout. You don't want to foul him. They triple team Hout, though. Isaacson down to Horstman. And they foul Horstman. 23 seconds left. 55-54. Cleveland's first foul of the game.
Nice part here for the Blue Jays, John, is that with their three-point shooting,
they're not out of it.
They're not out of it. They can give up 2 free throws here and still have a shot at a tie.
Big point for Horstman right there. They're gonna, if he hits this one, they're gonna need the 3. He hits both. So they got to hit the tray in order to tie it.
Now you know Elmhurst is going to shoot the 3.
Who's going to take it? Is it Dorn or Cleveland? Or Adrian? They got to put it up now in order to get a rebound. 10 seconds left.
That's a good call by Coach Weitzel. That's a good call. The Blue Jays got pushed out too far. They weren't in a position to get an open three-point shot.
Three-man up. 9 seconds left in the game. While we have this opportunity, John, what's coming up on campus for Elmhurst?
Well, the Blue Jays will finally get to open the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin play. They're home next Saturday against Carroll College, and that'll kick off the game. That's January 4, 7:30 p.m. here at the PEC. And the Blue Jays are one of the dark horses in the conference.
When's the Jazz Fest? Another date set for the Elmhurst Jazz Festival?
Yes, the Jazz Festival will be the last weekend in February. And it'll push into the first day of March. And that's going to be a wild affair.
Always a good time.
25th anniversary. We've got so many big names coming back. They're not only going to be judges this year, they're all going to perform. It's going to be a different format this year. Every night we're going to have stars performing. So it should be a wild, wild weekend. Great music, a fun time.
Any names we should look forward to yet, or too early to tell?
No, we got them all locked in, but you got to wait until we hit the big bang on the PR.
Well, big bang, here we go with 9 seconds for the game. 57-54, Wartburg. Cleveland lets one go off the rim. Woods with a rebound. Wartburg, Farrell with 4 seconds. Cleveland Anderson hammers him, and Wartburg's going to pull this one out. It's been a great game. Cleveland Anderson with the second foul of the night. Going to burn another timeout here. Farrell will be on the line with 4 seconds to go. All he really needs is 1.
Well, they've got to set off a play right up off the rebound. So they're gonna anticipate that the first free throw's missed. They'll have a quick kick-out pass. Hopefully somebody's going to get a shot away. They set up Cleveland with the three-point shot off the inbounds pass. He put it up from about 23, 24 feet. Ball came off hard off the back iron.
Well, I have time. I'd like to thank our fine crew tonight. Jeannie Urich, our producer. Glenn Lulgeberg, spinning the dials in the truck, along with Dan Galuska and our fine camera crew out here in the Phys Ed Center. I'd also like to thank you, John Quigley, the Assistant Director of Communications, along with Christian Whitehurst, the Director of Communications, for giving us all the needed info to pull this game off.
Well, if Brian,
it's a good game to...
it's a darn good game. We hate to lose it if we do.
Yeah.
Brian Farrell stepping to the line. I happen to know this guy's got an inside spot on the all-tournament team. This would pretty much assure it for Brian.
Got to be Mr. Howard on there, too. That's about the game right there. Mr. Farrell, all he needed was 1. 58-54. This is icing right here. Icing on the cake. 59 with 3 seconds. Asia lets one rip. Short. And that's your ball game. A great effort on the part of the Elmhurst College Blue Jays to come back from a 7-point deficit in the first half. Take the lead on numerous times in the second half. Only to fall short, 59-54, to a fine Wartburg team. For John Quigley, I'm John Schaefer. For Elmhurst Art Kind of Town, we'll see you next time.